Salida, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jim. Welcome to Sounds German today with a little opinion piece, little rant as you might want to call it, because something happened here that I feel inclined to comment on. Crematory, German goth metal band, has been around since the early 90s, made a very long Facebook post on March 6th, 2018. Now, the post is in German, but I will link it below anyways if you want to check it out for yourself, be it with the help of a translator like DeepL or whatever. Maybe you are understanding German, so you can read it for yourself if you want to, if you can to, but I will give you the sort of gist of it here. So, the post opens up with the question if their upcoming album and tour might be the last album for Crematory and if the tour will probably be cancelled. The band says that their upcoming tour and albums after this one will only be possible if you, addressing the fans and quoting here literally, finally get your asses up. They say that the pre-sale numbers for the concerts are shit and the tour will simply be cancelled if they don't go up. They also complain about sales numbers of physical media because they sell more downloads by far now, and they call this the certain death of any band in the long run, because the profit made through downloads and streams is less than with a physical CD or vinyl. The post goes on to rant against streaming services like Spotify or Deezer in particular. They say that only they have the balls to speak about this, that you can basically only truly honor the artists by buying their music on physical media, and that they don't want to see their music basically waste away in low quality on some USB stick. He then ends with saying that every CD and double LP will have a €10 merch voucher in it for this album, making it effectively cheaper than the download if you consider the €10 voucher for the merch. Now, I found this to be very interesting, mostly because of the aggressive tone band founder Markus Jüllich hit in this post. Now, first of all, I can understand his frustration with the situation. I honestly can. What I can't understand is, well, almost everything else about this post. Okay, listen, digital is here to stay. If Crematory, if Markus Jüllich himself thinks he can stop that, he can basically plan the final tour right fucking now. Because digital distribution won't go away. That train left the station long ago. In fact, if we look at the landscape of other media, be it movies, be it video games, be it even books, chances are it will only grow bigger over time. I mean, hell, buying video games on PC has basically become a purely digital thing for years now. And as a collector of video games, I do miss the times when I could put nice looking boxes on my shelves, but let's be real here, it's about comfort. Customers in general will use the most comfortable, easiest way to obtain what they want. You know what surely helped that Steam nowadays is basically synonymous with PC gaming? That you have to make 3 fucking clicks and you own the game and are already downloading it. And the same goes for buying music digitally. For my reviews, for the reviews on this channel, I buy everything off Amazon digitally, because it's the easiest, fastest way and cheaper than buying physical. If I'd buy my albums physical for the purpose of reviewing, I'd have to rip the CD myself into a digital format so I can listen to it on the go. I'd have to wait for it to arrive or go out of my way to obtain it. I'd have to go to the store and I would pay more. And I don't even have a CD drive in my PC anymore. In fact, I don't have a CD drive in my PC for many years now, for almost half a decade, because I just don't need it anymore. Or I buy the MP3 version, click on the download button and have it right then and there for less money paid, right on the release date guaranteed. It is not only cheaper, but it's also more convenient and practical. Music is consumed on the go a lot these days. Times have changed from the 90s where you had to sit down at home and listen to a CD or deal with a Discman that skipped every 5 seconds. Times have simply changed. The money argument can also swing both ways because Jülich completely seems to ignore that someone may be in a tight spot for money. I have been there myself, and I would have killed for some sort of music flat rate service or something ad based but free back then because I simply had almost no money to spend. So, if you are in tight for money, such services are basically a godsend. Back in the day, I could have bought one CD per month. One, not more, with of which one artist would have earned something. Or I could have paid for a streaming service of sorts and listened to music all day, all month, thus generating a constant stream of revenue, possibly for multiple artists. Because even if the pay for streaming services is comparatively less, it's a constant stream of revenue instead of the one time sale a CD will grant you. A CD that could also be resold, meaning the artist won't see a single cent of that. The argument about quality brought up is pretty much ridiculous to me. I mean, we see this every time a new medium comes up. We saw it with CDs like 30 years or so ago, too. The times where MP3s or digital music sounded like some privately recorded concert bootleg are long since gone. Very long. Most people won't hear the difference between a good quality MP3 and a CD. And sure, there are surely some audiophiles out there who have a Bang& Olufsen set at home for a few €1,000 who will swear their experience is better, but let's be real here, those people are an absolute minority. And that is not even getting into lossless audio formats and the like. Last but not least, Crematory is absolutely not breaking news here. They don't have the balls, as they put it, to, just say how it is. Speak an ugly truth. Arrgh. No, they don't. That streaming services don't pay adequately, especially smaller artists, is a well known fact for years now. That was part of the motivation behind getting Tidal off the ground, I mean. No offense to Crematory here, but artists far more known and famous than Crematory have talked about this years ago already. Now, of course, Crematory could take their music off the streaming services and all digital platforms, but I somehow doubt this will significantly push CD sales for them. In fact, I'd guess it will only push illegal MP3 downloads for them. And using this aggressive, attacking tone on your own Facebook page, I, I honestly don't know what they expected would be the reaction to this. If you talk on your Facebook page, you are talking to your followers. The people who are subscribed to your Facebook page are probably your most ardent fans already. These are most likely the people who buy your concert tickets, buy your music, buy your merch, and so on. These are the people who will probably spread the word about your music too over social media. So, if anything, you should mobilize against the people who can change something about the situation with streaming services, not your own fans. And so far, Jülich seems absolutely unapologetic for it, just judging by the comments he made further down. In response to this, Albuin from the German black metal band Ice also made a little post. That one was written in English, and I will also link that one below in the description. But he basically turned it around, thanking the fans for their support over the years. He explained it is possible to run a band on a small budget and went into some detail about how he worked for his passion over the years. I found it to be a very heartwarming post. I would highly recommend you read it. It gives some really interesting insights, and I think it is a far better approach to make fans sympathetic for your plight. As a little personal anecdote, I saw many artists I like give a little bit of insight here and there into their finances over the years, and each time for me as a fan, it was a pretty sobering thing. They were saying things like our band name and profitability were never said in one sentence, or that the band is happy to even just break even after a tour. And those were bands who also make their music for 20 years or so now. But none of them ever attacked their fans or threatened the end of the band or the project. They keep on going, and that is one reason I have very much respect for the artists I like, for these people. I mean, it's something that rubbed off on me too, I feel, because, well, Guess what? I run this channel for free. As the time of recording, I earned literally nothing. 0 cents from it. Not one single dime. I have a day job to put food on my table. I do this here because I love it, because it's fun for me. It's the same for the aforementioned artists, they have day jobs they work, so they can work on their passion projects in their free time. Jülich went on to call Crematory one of the most popular bands in Germany in the comments, and I'm sorry, no, you just aren't. Not to turn this into a dick measuring contest, but Wikipedia would say citation needed for that statement, and I could probably rattle down a dozen local artists more popular and successful just from the top of my head. Sorry, Crematory, but you are one of the small bands. And commenters on the Facebook post were, as you might expect, not really too understanding overall either. Some fans supported the statement, but what was usually upvoted were comments retorting in kind. Some even speculating this could be a marketing gag, and I don't know. At least the responses to the fans in the comment section didn't make it seem that way, and if it really was a marketing gag, I doubt it will be taken positively. Against a common saying, not every PR is good PR. So we will see in time if this worked out how Crematory thought or hoped it would. I'd be surprised, to be honest, and if it does, I can see it work in future again and again. What will they do if they deem the next sales too low again? Will they threaten the end of the band once more? Because I think even hardcore fans won't take kindly to repeated blackmailing of sorts. I think if your numbers are down, it's only fair to inform people of this, but threatening your own fans with a hardline or else attitude, well, I think it was a very poor choice overall, no matter if it was honest or just a PR stunt. So, yeah, bottom line, maybe don't attack your fans. Overall, a very poor look in my opinion for Crematory. Given that news sites, at least here in Germany, picked this up, it got them attention for sure, but not really positive one. And as someone who is just a fan myself, I'm not some press guy with special access to anything. This post certainly didn't entice me to pre-order the new Crematory album now or buy a ticket for their upcoming tour. Quite the contrary, actually. You can, of course, leave a comment with your opinion to this whole mess. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you again next video. Have a nice day. Salida.